Tired of that. I mean, it did it to me like the other day, so I gotta freaking try to figure out how to get those episodes the way I like now. Of course I'm turned around. Velhazik smells bad. Yeah, he does. How you doing, Black Diablos? Oh my god, get out of there. Really would like if my internet didn't shit itself every 10 minutes sometimes. Not really. Wasn't that bad. Doing well? That's good. That is good. I'm doing well. Had an annoying 50 fights against the Devil Joe trying to get his fucking parts that I wanted for an axe I wanted to make, and it took goddamn forever. And now we're after Valhazak for the engine axe. So I'm just trying to go for multiple. I'm just trying to get every axe, because I'm a 100%er and I want to get one of every weapon. Probably not going to happen, but I nearly had all the hammers until the DLC released. So I'm going to go for as many axes. I mean, it gives me something to do until my friend can co-op. Me and my friend are working through Iceborne DLC. I could have easily beaten that, like, forever ago, but I just, like, played enough Monster Hunter during my early days of streaming, and I just kind of eventually stopped for a long while and never got around to the DLC. Devil Joe, that fucking Godzilla thing is shit. Yeah, that fight is really annoying. Some fights I'm fine with, some fights I am god tier ass. I hate him. I hate him so much. Like, it's not a bad fight, it's just he's just annoying as hell. Hitting his face too is annoying as fuck. I'm also bad at just aiming for the head sometimes. I just don't like his repetitive, like, oh, I'm gonna either smack you with my tail, I'm gonna stomp the ground, or I'm gonna eat you. I can't be comfortable going after anything, because it's either I get smacked by his tail, or I get stunned. I love the earplugs, I love my attacks and slugger and being able to exhaust monsters, but I also would love the tremor resistance, but you know what, I can't get everything. That's okay, though. I was getting more mad the fact that I was fighting him a bunch and still, like, it was taking a bit to get what I wanted, so, like, it happens. But I finally got the parts I needed for his axe. Now I just need to fight the Devil Joe on Master Rank! Yay! And I'm not really great with Master Rank yet, because I'm still early. But that's okay, I'm getting there. Ah! Pfft. Rolled right into his chest. How dare you, Vol! You're lucky I'm going for more of your face than anything right now, otherwise you'd be dead. You fucking piece of shit, smelly Dargon. You are a smelly Dargon. You're lucky I missed. Oops. I looked at chat at that moment. Please. You're just base. You're just base. You're pathetic. Even your arch-tempered state barely manages to hurt me. Murder me? Not anymore. Not anymore! Your arch-tempered state can barely harm me. I mean, if I'm careless, yeah, but, like... With my fucking Tiger X armor, he barely hurts me at this point. Not like he was when I was wearing shitty-ass high-rank armor. Before I really tackled Master Rank at all. They're rolling sometimes. Oh, did you just shit a gem? Or a piece of your armor? You did. I meant material. Yeah, you're lucky, you son of a bitch. Hey, where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? Pansy? Give me... That's funny getting knocked off of him when he's actually just going through something. Are you going to bed? You're going to bed, aren't you? Yeah, he is. Alright, fine. He wants to die to bombs. It's fine, I can fuck his face up with bombs. Let's see, do I have mega bombs? I do have mega bombs. If only I could put down other bombs, but let's barrel bomb him away! Oh, he survived it. I like when I kill things with bombs, it's hilarious. Stop it. What's up? I came back and thought you got off for the night, just so you... no, my internet pooped. Oh, I would not end just like that. My internet decided to literally disconnect. Well, my computer. I say my computer disconnected to the internet. Disconnected from the internet. Because my internet was up the whole time. And it's not just me. My niece was having issues where her phone or iPad was disconnecting randomly. And my computer's been doing that on and off. It hasn't done it in like a few days. But it did that the last time I think streamed Monster Hunter, I think. After Half-Life, I believe it was. So if you look at my VOD list, you'll see like 3 parts to something, 2 or 3 parts to the same stream. Where it'd be like Half-Life and Monster Hunter, I think it was. And then this. It does that from time to time. I will literally end by stating that I'm getting off. Now, I think there was one stream where I did that, where that happened, and I was already about to get off. And then I just didn't think it would be wise and smart to just create another live stream session just to say, hey, I'm getting off, I'll see you guys later. So I just said, fuck it, and just stopped at that point. Because I was already about to get off. I just didn't get the chance to because my internet crashed. But no, I'm sorry about that. For anyone who's getting re-notifications and shit. Yeah, I didn't break his face enough. Unfortunate. I really, really hate that it does that. Because that just makes it more annoying on me. Well, if a video is long enough, I can highlight it down into 2-hour parts, and the next section, the next half of the video is long enough to be another couple-hour parts, it's fine. But when it does that multiple times to where the point where I gotta sit there and not only highlight it, but download it, so I can render that part together with another part, just so it's all one, and it makes it easier for me. Because then it just becomes monotonous. Because that's what I had to do during my ending sections of Sekiro, where it kept crashing 2 to 3 times. And I had to sit there and download parts of the videos just to render them together to make it one cohesive video. And it fucking annoys me because it's always during something important. Like a boss fight. I'll go fine for a few hours, start talking about something, look over my shit randomly to it being down. Like, I never can tell if it's going down until I look at it. It's not like I can tell sometimes. Sometimes there's notifications on your slobs that indicate you're going down, besides the fact that my stream says it's starting or whatever, ending. It'll say like streaming soon, or it'll say like going live or go live. And right now it says end stream. So it'll be like grayed out. And it'll say like click to go live or whatever. But other than that, there's like no notification sound effect that tells me that. I just kind of look over randomly and see a red triangle and my stream button is grayed. Yeah, it really does suck. And then it, not only that, everyone leaves too on top of that. It just like, I don't know if it's like a big fuck you to people that are newer or whatever, but anyone I have at that point leaves. And sometimes it takes a little bit for me to get back up. Like right away I was able to get back up here. All I had to do was wait a few seconds for my internet to connect. There's a handful of times where my internet would disconnect from my laptop and I would have to restart my computer because it won't bring up my connections. Like when I click the Wi-Fi button, it won't bring up my connections. Usually it'll load, you know, your connections when you do that. But sometimes when that happens, it does not do it. And the funny thing is my internet is still active. Meaning I still have access on my phone. Just my computer disconnects from it randomly. And it's never done this before in the several years that I've had Verizon Fios. I don't know where this is coming from. My internet's fine. I know I use Wi-Fi, but only because I'm not going to stretch a cable all the way from my downstairs all the way up here. I don't need another cable. But that's, like, still. And it's just convenient. I don't care. If I can stream and have great connection and people can watch me and very little lag, if at all, it's fine. Like, you're not gonna be fighting me in a fighting game and worried about the fact that I'm the one that's causing the lag. It's not gonna be me. I'm usually in the full green. Even now with Discord, if I'm in a Discord call, which also uses a lot of bandwidth as well as streaming, I'm one of the better ones in that call. If you were to hear me talk to Supply, he's the one breaking out. Or if he's the host of our game in Monster Hunter, and if there's any sort of lag, it's his end, because his internet sucks. You did that with your cable? Goes from my first floor living room to my room on the 3rd floor. See, I still live with my parents, though. I don't know if you have any roommates or anything, but if I was living alone and it was downstairs, that might be a different story. Plus, I also have a dog. Last thing I need is my dog to chew through my cable and kill my internet. But yeah, like if I was living alone, I probably would make it so I would try to make it so that it'd be more convenient for me. Plus, it's in my garage, so it would be going under a door. It would go from where it is on the wall, underneath, up some stairs, a couple steps, underneath a door, and up a bunch more, 2 flights of stairs, and then into my room underneath my door. It'd just be monotonous and in the way. And especially if you're walking down the stairs at night, which I do a lot, with the lights off, because I'm one of those guys who doesn't really like to turn the lights on to awaken people or annoy people. And once my vision's used to the dark, I can see fine. I'm just gonna sit there and trip on it. But yeah, your brothers, but still. No, it's just more convenient when you don't live with your parents or whatever. It's more convenient when you live with other family or friends. It's just because you're also the master of the house or the owner or whatever. Like, back when I used to play PSO on Dreamcast back as a kid, my cable thing, the box was in my dad's computer room, I think, which was by my kitchen, and I played in the front room. So they'd have it stretch all the way from there through the living room, the kitchen, the living room, the front room, and it would be stretched in the middle of the walkway where everyone has to walk from to get to where I am. And it was kind of just right in the middle of the walkway, though. So it's like was kind of annoying, but the only way to play those games back then required an Ethernet cable. So yeah, this was really before like massive Wi-Fi and everything. But yeah, I used to have it that way back when Ethernet cables were a thing for internet gaming. Now you can do it without. And most consoles don't even really have. A lot of modern consoles don't even have that anymore. Or if they do, I've never noticed. I'm sure they do, I just never noticed. Because I don't really pay attention to the back. Once my system's set up, I don't even look at the back of it. I'm sure my dad can figure out a way to have it go through the flooring without worrying about cables in the way, but it's kind of just convenient. Wi-Fi is just convenient. He's not going to sit there and have that, worry about that, and that's just, he's getting old, and it's just pointless, and it's going to be more stress than it's worth. Considering I'm going to be the only one using it, I'm not going to put that on him either. Plus, he probably would be like, what the fuck? Go away. Only my dad. Maybe when I live on my own and I have better cable management and a bigger space. My parents were happy. We're happy. We shut the fuck up and weren't messing up their TV. No, I can agree. I can understand that. But it's not like my streaming anyway. It doesn't, like, my parents can stream movies and shit no problem as well as me. So it's not like any of this dampens it at all. Either. And I'm sure this takes a shit ton of bandwidth. But like, oh. Yeah, no. I just don't like when my shit disconnects like that, because then, excuse me, people are here and then they all just leave. They see my internet poops and they're just like, all right, goodbye. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm not trying to be like, oh god, I have no viewers. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, everyone left. That's just because, like, I'll see people join in, the number will go up, and I really should kind of have not worried about that. I'm just gonna sit there and just say, fuck that. But then, like, I see everyone leave. That's when I just like, everyone left. Oh, me. I just have, that's my depression, though. Like, I'm not trying to be downer when it comes to that. But I actively don't really like, oh, I have no viewers, I'm gonna stop streaming. Like, I see a lot of people on Facebook say, if you're not affiliate or whatever, and you only get less than 3 viewers, stop your stream. It's like, as a person who is not always an affiliate, I used to stream on average 8 to 12 hours a day. I made an affiliate in, like, what, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that? That was definitely fast. Yeah. Definitely fast for a person who streamed from the ground up. Meaning I had no support, and I did not sit there and post my streams all over the fucking internet. Now I sit there and post on social media, and I have a Discord. Before it was, I just streamed. And my friends and people joined. I told a few of my friends, and that was it. Now I just sit there and promote more than I ever have. And I gained my 50 followers and the amount of viewers that I needed and the amount of stream time on certain days that I needed. And I made that in probably about a year and a half or so. And that to me is fat. That's actually fast. Some people are like, oh, I got this in like 2 weeks, 2 months or whatever. It's like, most likely you had help from other communities. I didn't. My growth is organic. Meaning I didn't have the follow for follow where people just come in and follow me. And I think some of these follows that I'm getting are somewhat of like, I'm just going to follow this guy because he's posted in this, like, I'm part of this, like, Facebook group that, like, raids people or whatever. And I think some of it is follow for follow, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm just trying to help promote my channel and help support other streamers, which is why I like raid some of these random guys instead of some of the people I'm used to raiding. And I stick around in their chat for like a bit and try to get used to their community. And I also got used to a couple communities, which also helped. But I think a lot of these few follows that of people that I've seen, like that Gohan guy, whether or not he actually was here for a little bit, some of these people, they're probably just randomly following me. Because there's a few of those follows that I just get that I've never seen. I've gotten a handful of follows that I've never seen the person. But I've never gone out of my way to follow them back. Like, they can follow me, that's fine. But I've never done follow for follow actively. Which is bad because you're gaining followers but not the view. Which is why it actually, people will look at your viewer count, your follow count, and be like, oh, this guy has this many X followers, but he has low-ass view count. Yeah, he's not someone we should watch because he's not actually streaming and organically. He's not gaining organically. That's not true. I gained organically. Because all of my viewers and follows, I've gained through just streaming PSO and Monster Hunter and stuff like that. And I grew over time, and I didn't actively promote myself. And I earned that affiliate status. Unlike some people who are on these Facebook groups or whatever, who are just literally actively wanting views only, or the follows, and aren't like realizing that you need more than just follows. You need the actual viewage. And a good portion of my videos, my VODs, once I'm done streaming, they reach upwards of around 20 to 30 views. Like my 24-hour stream that I did the other day with my friends, and then where they ended and I continued, that has 97 viewers. That is, I think, one of the highest I've seen in a while, if at all. Like, I don't know why. I guess people are like, because my highlights, which are 2-hour parts of, like, if it's a 6-hour video, that's 3 parts divided into 2 hours or whatever, you know. Each part's going to be 2 hours. If it's 4 hours, whatever, that's 2 videos. If it's 6 hours, that's 3, so on and so forth. And that 24 hours is going to be divided up into several parts. But my highlights get rarely anything, if nothing at all. But my regular streams that aren't highlighted, they're the ones that get all the views. But that's got 97. And I'm not gaining follows out of that or anything, but it's just like, what the fuck? I just don't understand. Like, I get it. Some people prefer the full video. I can understand that. But why? I don't know where that's coming from. So there, like, it's not like I'm boring or bad or anything, but I don't advocate people to follow. Like, I want to try to grow organically, and I do that with anyone. I'll support any streamer, big or small. That's why I always try to sit there and say, check out this guy when I'm streaming with them or whatever, or, you know, if I always send someone to a streamer that I'm trying to, you know, become cool with or whatever, just join their community. And I always try to sit there and promote them if I can by hosting them or whatever. And unfortunately, though, there's going to be a lot of those people who just follow for the sake of following you. And then the moment if I were to follow some of these guys, I guarantee you they'll unfollow me. But some of the streamers that I get, like I got Grizshot and Nubikins, or, you know, there's a few other streamers that have joined. I'm not sure if they've unfollowed me, but I guarantee you the few that I've followed and the few that have followed me are still following me. Because one of them joined early, a Grizshot. He literally came in, said hello, and dropped a bunch of bits. Another guy joined in with a raid because I hooked him up with a raid. He was doing Final Fantasy VI. He hooked me up with a raid yesterday for 6 people. Like, if he was on streaming and ended and while I was still on, he'd definitely probably raid me right now. Like, they definitely haven't stayed for more than maybe 5 to 10 minutes because they were getting off and going to bed or eating. Nubikins went and ate yesterday. But, like, being able to focus on your streams and raid other people and stick around for long periods is kind of hard to do if you have a certain time frame. Like, for me, I get off at 10 p.m. mostly on average. it's hard for me to really stick around and chat because then I got to go to bed. So it's like, and that's most likely why I also have a hard time going to bed at times, because like I either just get a second wind and I'm just sitting there watching a stream. I actively don't talk all that much. I just watch most of the time because like being on my phone and chatting is kind of annoying. Plus, I don't like to be up at my computer sitting watching stream. But yeah, like that's like a lot of the times I don't just actively chat. I'm active in their channel. I'll watch and I'll chat for like good 20 minutes maybe, but even if like it's not that they're boring, they're not. I actively go for the chatting more than the game. I can't sit there and watch just a shooter game though. It has to be a good game that I do enjoy, but like if the person's entertaining and on his own, I'll stick around regardless of the game. Like I don't care if skill. I think a lot of viewers are based more or less, oh, this guy's got to be good. I think the reason why I have a hard time growing is because I'm not actively like the best gamer. I have moments where I'm failing miserably. Or they just straight up, I'm not the most talkative. There's times where I am not talkative at all. I think it's easier for me when you're creating a conversation with me. And if you knew me more personally, you would see that. Like, if you actually hung out with me and saw me with my actual family, I barely talk. Like, when I'm driving around with my family or they're driving with me in a car, I'm barely talking. Even with my own friends, I'm barely talking. Unless, like, I'm with somebody that I'm just straight up more comfortable with. Like, if I had a girl, I'd be more comfortable and more talkative. But even then, like, I'm barely talking. That's why I'm bad with just talking to people in general, or bad with women. Like, it's because I just don't know how to talk very well. I'm just awkward and shy as well. Like, unless I'm very, very open and comfortable with people, I'm barely talkative. And I am comfortable with you. I'm comfortable with a few people. But I'm also just very kept to myself. That's what makes me an introvert. Is that and it may seem like I do talk a lot at work. That's just because there's people around me. No, I am more talkative at work. That's just because there's a ton of people around me. And, you know, Noodle's a crazy motherfucker. But, like, I'm more talkative at work. That's just because you kind of have to be with, you know, because we're a team and all. But, like, if I'm friends with people at work, that's a different thing, too. Like, I'm also more talkative to friends than I am to family. Did you say sprinkles? I did say titty sprinkles, Blackfire, yes. Just now. How you doing, man? Alright. Alrighty. You remind me of Android 16 from Abridged. Did you say Goku? Been tired a lot. Sorry to hear that, man. You been sleeping okay, or you just been streaming, or you just whatever it is. I hope you've been sleeping all right. I mean, I appreciate your constant patronage. I haven't streamed for almost 3 weeks. I was gonna wonder. I have not seen any notification. I know I'm usually probably at work when you're probably streaming. Because I have not seen you on. I mean, I rarely ever do because of our time difference. But like I have not seen your thing on Discord at all saying you're streaming. I don't know if it does actively. I really don't pay attention to that half the time. But, like, yeah, I have not seen anything from you. Yeah, it's... Our time zone difference is odd, though, too. Like, I rarely ever get to catch you. Like, I haven't seen some of my guys on. Like, Chocolate Chip, I haven't really... Even though he has streamed here and there. Like, I know he doesn't stream as often as, say, me. It's only 3 hours. I know, but it's still, like... I rarely ever see you on the times I'm streaming, though, is the thing. There's a few times that I do, but I rarely ever see you live when I'm streaming, though. And if you are, I'm busy streaming myself, so I don't really notice. That's why I said it's hard for me to catch you, just because I don't know if you're streaming earlier. By the time I'm live, you're usually chatting with me sometimes. So I don't even know. But I have not seen any notifications of you going live at all. So I was wondering what was happening there. That's okay. When you're exhausted, you're exhausted. There's plenty of times where I feel like I just don't want to stream. Oh yeah, I ate. Ugh. That's what I get for talking. I mean, I know it's not that vast of a difference, but it... Still, though. It's different enough. Yeah, we have a job, though, which makes more sense. You're tired. It's true, but you could still be tired from just whatever it is you do. 3 hours, yeah, no, it is a big difference. Especially if you're streaming too, and you rarely ever get to pay attention to whenever someone else is streaming. It is quite a bit of a difference. It is a difference enough. I mean, it's not a complete difference to where I stream at night and then it's daytime for someone else, versus by the time they're streaming, I'm at work. Say, I think Hitwoman, for instance, who usually tends to stream by the time I'm at work, and she's done while I'm home. Sometimes she'll be on, but most of the time I can barely ever get a chance to catch her. It's because of that vast time difference on that front. But, like, for half of my viewers who are from the UK could never join because of the vast difference they have in time. That's another example of, like, that's even harder. So I had Omni as well as her, and maybe select other people. I also had one guy from Germany who was watching me for a while, who I'm surprised doesn't watch me anymore. I don't know if he's just doesn't watch Twitch anymore, but, like, by the time he'd watch me, he'd be going to bed, and I'd be, you know, just starting or whatever. I think the reason why I also get a lot more viewers at night, like at midnight to 1 a.m. is because that's when most of the people from the other sides of the world or different parts of the world are just now, like, getting on because it's earlier for them. At this point, when I first start, it's usually they're probably just sleeping or at work or something. That's why my viewer count goes up towards the middle of the night for me, because that's probably when a lot of the other people are just either getting off of work or waking up or something. So I think 6 p.m. to 10 is good. But for the people I probably attract more than my Eastern timers, it's definitely not good. It's probably better for that time frame, because I don't know if I attract a lot of Eastern time zoners. I don't know. I still stream for fun. If I never make a living off this, that's fine. I've never once went into this thinking of, I'm going to make money off this. I've made a lot more money off Twitch than I was ever thinking I would ever. And just some random new guy the other day gave me a sub, and that means a lot. Like, it's just insane. And it made my day more than people could imagine. I mean, I just love streaming. I love playing games. I'm not gonna stop, even if I ever stop streaming. When I do stop streaming, I'm probably still gonna play games, even if I'm like an 80-year-old man. I mean, there's like freaking 80-year-old streamers. There's 80-year-olds playing shit like WoW and League and hell, RuneScape of all things. You guys are legends. Hell, there's an old lady who was doing YouTube and shit, who was, I forgot what video she makes, but I saw her online once. I was like, the hell? Dedication. The only time this motherfucker flies. It's really weird to me. It's really weird. He's one of the few dragons. There's not very many of the Elder Dragons that actually do fly. Some of them don't actively fly. Kushala does, to an extent. Teostra, Nurgi, and them, they don't fly. Teostra has moments where he flies. He'll fly away, and then he'll, like, jump in midair and then do an explosion. They don't actively fly, though. It's weird to me. The only time they really go into flight is during my moments of where I'm on him. Really wish I didn't go through him there. It's really annoying. Can I get out of this? Can we get out of this water? This water sucks. Yeah, you do that. Oh, get bonked. So how's it going, everybody? Well, I hope you sleep, Blackfire. I know you're saying you're being tired. I know I work, but trust me, even when I didn't work, I know how exhausting it can be just to relax day to day. It's... Your body is not trying to be up or do active things to make you wake up, so I can understand why you're also tired. And trust me, on my days off, like tomorrow, I'll probably, my body will be like, oh, I'm not working, so I'm gonna sleep. Which I kind of hate, because there's plenty of times on Sundays where I just sleep the fuck in, and it's just like, well, there goes that day. Which is why I don't consider weekends when I work Saturday. Because Sunday is not much of a weekend. I mean, that's just me. Can you not? I hate that. Turn around. God, I hate that he just knocks me through him. Just because of my positioning. Vel'Hazak membrane. Is Vel'Hazak going insane in the membrane? Insane in the butt. Insane in the butthole. Insane in the butthole. Vel'Hazak's insane in the membrane. Why does one take me here? Poison is annoying, especially your poison. I don't need you and this poison. Ah, you slutbag. You rotten piece of crap. Aye, stop that. Stop being a bitch. Aye, motherfucker. Yeah, well, if you didn't continuously annoy me by repeatedly charging over and over again. When I don't expect it. Otherwise, I could have easily dodged all of that. And if I wasn't trying to actively kill him right now, Really wish he would stop. Just relax. Do something that isn't that, please. Just so I can hit the face. Oh. Why'd you get up? Well, there goes his tail. I'll take it. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the butt brain. Valhazak's insane in the membrane. Oh, that poor, poor monster. If only I could capture you. If only I could capture Elder Dragons. I don't... Like, I guess I kind of understand it. But it just... It's just weird that they could just immediately break out of your traps. But I guess I can understand it. They're, like, super big and super... Not super big, but super big, yes. There's far bigger monsters that aren't Elder Dragons. Super strong, I guess. I don't know. Even that doesn't seem to make sense. Like, I don't really know why that is. I guess it's because they're super story significant. That also doesn't make sense. I guess anything that's an Elder Dragon can't be captured because of that's what they are. They're Elder Dragons. So everything that's capturable is literally a fucking wyvern. Or not anything that's a dragon that's not an Elder Dragon. Can I get the face? I had it too and I moved. Oh, what the hell? Hello, square button, please. Really? You're gonna let me go so far as to do it and then fail? Stop moving your face so much. What the hell, Vol? Let me get this. Let me get it a few times so I can ensure I break your face a little. But you move it just enough to where I can't. And then you do this to knock me off of it. And then you move your face just enough. Be annoying. Come on. Come on, get over here. Grr! I didn't even realize I got hitched to him. We're married now. Bonk! Right in the face. Oh, hurry up and die already. You're not gonna... I didn't break your teeth. Certain monsters I just cannot break parts off of. Honestly. There's one. Eh, there's a wing too. Oh, I got. Wait, what? Oh, wait, why did it say it twice? Oh, wait. Oh, it says it twice because that's two different weapons. I broke his face enough to get one off a carve, which is nice. Yeah, that's right. There's, I think that's a hammer. Hammer part. Which I also need to go for to get every hammer, but there's a lot more hammers now at this point. I almost had all of them. I was missing, I think, the Valhazak hammer and one other hammer. Or a few other hammers. But I nearly had every single hammer. I just think the DLC's weapon additives really made some of that more annoying for me, more confusing. Ugh. Yeah, I got like nothing out of that. I got a fang off a carve. I mean, that's nice. But not being able to break his jaw actively, get it to where it says it's broken, is making that harder. And those prizes, those little boxes, actively will help me get it easier, but it's still a lower chance. It's not a high chance. It's a 15% chance off silver and 14 off gold, so I have like 3 chances of getting it. God, it is getting hot in here. Whew. Oh, he is sitting in a chair. I always thought he was just squatting. I should have guessed that he was sitting in a chair. I knew he was sitting down, but it just looked like he was squatting. I never actually paid attention that he was in a chair. See how unobservant I am? Very, very unobservant. Like, from a distance, it just looks like he's just squatting. But now that I notice the chair, I will not unsee it. Before, it just looked like he just wasn't sitting in anything, but I'm just not observant. It's okay. I do not notice things in my face. Never will, never have. That's not something I can change. I am just not observant. Now, yeah, I can easily kill this thing in a matter of really quickly if I actively was trying to hurt him. Like, I do good damage and DPS. Jesus. Oh, God. Why am I heating up? Central air, you don't do shit sometimes. You either make me too fucking cold or not at all. The winter, it just does not help. And it's off right now because of reasons. But you're never on when I want you to. You don't help me in the winter. Because the air still feels like it's blasting cool air, regardless of that fact. Motherfucker! I don't need food for you. I say that and I'm probably going to get pulverized, but... That's, like, the only reason I hate it is because most of my life I grew up in Illinois where I didn't live in a townhome. And we can't have air conditioning in here. And I know there goes the air, I feel it now. I know I could probably buy, like, a portable thing, but... I don't really have a lot of space to just store it either. Aside from maybe my garage, but... Like, not worth. I just don't think it's worth it. I have 2 fans. A small mini little hand fan thing and a tower fan thing. And that helps me sleep when it's hot. That's all that matters. And then I still wake up in a pool of sweat. Only when my fans are on. The irony. And it's not like it's just blowing around warm-ass air, though. It actually is actively better than half the works fans, ironically. They probably aren't. Well, if I was using them at work. But they're actually good. Good fans. Those fans at work, man. Ugh, all they ever did was just blow around your fucking work. Bonk! How does it feel, Vol? Oh, you're just gonna sit there and take it like a little bitch, aren't you? Wow, he didn't even fight. What's up with that? Get bonked. Of course I'm not gonna hit him. That's actually a good attack, cat. Tasty. I can't see. Yes. Woo! Ah, you pansy butt scratcher. Mother of sluts. Stop being a dick. And you'll stop being a dick. Of course you're stunned over there. Should have rolled. Should have rolled at him. Hard to hit the face sometimes. Oh my. Stop it. Quit being a butt. You and your running, Vol. That's how I roar. Fear me. Fear me, I'm a dragon. Shit, if I was a dragon, I'd be making clown noises. Squish. Up. Get up, get up, get up. Come on. Like that. Yeah. Okay. That burned more than I was expecting. Thought I was under that. Let me out of there now. Ah. Right in the dick. Right in your taint. Get it? Because he's fucking... He's a fucking dirty bastard in an area full of poison and rotten carcasses. Now this is what I call tainted love. Woo! Right in the gooch. Oh, yeah. Fortunately, I wish he would sit there longer. Ooh, what the? That made him run more. Yippee. What are you doing? Yeah. God. I really wish he would go this way. Because he likes to take his sweet goddamn time. Go nighty night, you fuck nugget. Let's go nighty night. Nighty night. Ah. You and your neck. That neck. No, come on. I couldn't run further. So annoying to hit the face. He is deceased, alright. Excuse me. Where is that? I don't see it glimmering. Well. Rip. Yeah, it's around here, now it's not showing. Alright. I hate locating certain things when it pops up like that, because then I can never see it right away. It's annoying. I wish it was just a bit easier. Yes, that's 2. Yes. We got 2 of them. So we got 3 more. Yay! 3 more. It's not bad. This thing is so much less frustrating. Oh fuck. I went on an expedition. Didn't mean to do that. Well, yeah, trader's fine. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I don't mean to go on an expedition, so let me hurry up and get through this so I don't actually just sit there at a screen. There, alright. I didn't actually do anything, so it didn't take me to that screen, I guess. Oy vey, I'm bootylicious. Actively quiet as hell, though. This game is actively quiet as hell when I'm not doing anything. That's what I hate about this, that it's not... It's loud as hell, otherwise. And I keep forgetting that when in a fight, but otherwise it's quiet. Oops, I didn't mean to... Whatever, I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Yuga. Wow, wait, what? That's a whole different tree, huh? Yeah, see, I was on the ending routes for a lot of these. Then they added the DLC, which added in master rank weapons. As you can see from my hammers, though, I was going for this. I never got down to here, though, but I was nearing the end for most of my trees, which is literally the final path for them until the DLC, as you can tell. Except for this one. And then I never got this one, because that requires a bunch of coins to make, which you get through arena quests. And I still have to go for those, because I don't have the trophy for them. And then these were added too, but I nearly had every hammer. What the fuck? Bristly cake? Oh, Bristly Crake ticket. What the fuck is this? It's a goofy ass looking hammer. But yeah, I can technically now make Valhazek's hammer, which is something I was having trouble getting his fangs on, just because I could not hit him in the face with it. That goes from weird hammer to an axe looking thing. What the fuck? But goddamn though, that dragon damage, that fucking physical attack. I need to get better with hammer again, because I want to go for these now. Some of these are freaking insane. Look at that shit. Holy crap. Missed that. My axe is nice, though. I like my axe better. That's okay. Amber Slash. That ice damage, though, would be nice. But we're getting there in some of these, though. Getting there on some of those. Flamin' Bell. Flamin' Bell. So we can make one of them. We have exactly 5. I just need enough to make 2. I just need to be able to make this twice. So I can get them here, because then once I do, I can get the Hard Fang, go down that route to here, which then I need to... Okay, so that's Master Rank Anjanath. And then this is the Electric Anjanath. We're getting there. Getting there. So now I just need to do Valhalla like a few more number of times. I wouldn't mind the hammer too. I want to try to get... My goal is to eventually try to go for every weapon, just because that's the 100%er in me. Whether or not that happens or not, it doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. But I'm going to sit there and work at it, and that's just the 100%er in me. Love cookies and cream, man. The Oreo shake. I don't care about the reward money, but that is some nice money. 50 minutes, I really don't give a shit. The time should not make a difference. I remember every time I used a lucky voucher, I always died, most of the time. I go in cocky thinking I'm gonna win, and then I die. Chicken sandwich is one of the few things I can eat cold. Might not though. Definitely better warm, but it's one of those things that's like, it's not bad. Like, a hamburger patty is definitely disgusting cold. Because not only is it cold, but it's also hard. Chicken remains soft. But it also depends on the type of chicken. Like, I can't just sit there and eat nuggets. Or like a breast or something? Maybe. You gotta throw away some trash. Lazy right now. I do like me some Chick-fil-A, I'll tell you. I just love chicken. Oh, I forgot to take pickles off. Not a big deal. I was like, what is crunchy? What is crunchy in my mouth right now? Pickle. Oh. God damn it. I definitely taste it now. Before I didn't taste it at first. Ugh. I don't know how. Oh, what? Oh yeah, I ate. Oops. See? Even after I eaten without going onto the fight, outside the field, when I eat at the canteen, I still go back and eat because I'm used to that. That is why, once my brain is just used to that. That's why I don't really eat at the canteen, because I'm just, one, I think it's stupid because you can eat on the fight, and I just prefer to just go straight. And if I'm waiting there, if I'm waiting for a friend to, because when you're waiting on your friend, sometimes you'll wait for the fight, the mission to actually let you actually go. And then sometimes while I'm actually waiting for my friends, because sometimes he doesn't start right away or whatever, I'll eat while I wait for the mission to happen if I'm at the gathering hub, because it's right there. But most of the time I'm in the trade yard where the actual sellers are and all that. So actively I just said just don't. But I forgot I ate. I should have just looked at my health. Gotta be careful here. He could aggro. Some Elder Dragons, like Nurgi, will aggro right away. Some will just ignore you. Valhazak tends to sometimes be either or, unless he like never aggroes. Some do though. Like I know Lunastra or Tiastra and Kushala normally do not aggro until you attack them. Nurgi, however, is one of the differences. I think he's the same as well. I don't think he'll aggro right away. Could be wrong. I swear he has, but maybe not. Maybe not. I know Kirin does not either, and Kirin's one of the best monsters for investigation tracks. If you want to follow them around, they give footprints like this. And Kirin gives a shit ton, because some monsters give a lot. Some take a while. Hold up, Vol, my controller! Whee! Aye. Ugh, squeeze me. I am... Ugh. I am full of meat. Not... meat? Not really. I mean, yeah, I'm eating chicken, but that's not what I mean when I say I'm full of meat. Bonk. Normally I don't say I'm full of meat when I'm eating chicken. Not that kind of meat. Ah! Chicken meat. I usually say that when I'm eating fucking pig. Or, you know, anything that comes from pig. Steak or some shit. Or bacon. Steak is not from a pig. I can't talk. Steak is not from a pig. I can't fucking talk. You know what I mean. Anything that's not from a chicken. Anything that comes from a cow or a pig is when I'll say I'm full of meat. Whether it's steak, bacon, ribs, whatever. I should eat this guy's bacon. Rotten bacon. Rotten bacon. It's not a pig. Nonetheless. I'll eat this guy's bacon. Get punched in the dick. Knock over. How'd you hit me? You booty slut. Your mom's a butt. Dad's dick. Woo! Hey, would you come over here? Be by a ledge real quick. Damn it! Hiya! Ah! You fucking clown! I was hitting triangle, but alright. Cat! Uh-oh. Be kind to me, Vol. Be kind to me, Vol. Thank you. You pansy! Wait, you're going to your home already? I'm actively hitting him more, but... Interesting. It's okay. I'll do my slide attack, which is not the coolest thing. It's not my hammer slide attack, which is a godly fucking attack. Whoa, his wings looked cool for a second. I thought they were literally changed form somehow. But it's just the weird, stupid lava in the background. Ah, I don't like that. I don't like the slide. Doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, definitely was slidey. Ah! Brrr. Woo! Bonk! I can't see. The sliding on this area is annoying sometimes because it's really not. There's not much that you can do it on. Like right there, I should have been sliding, but I'm trying to mount him. I want to mount you. Thank you. Time for Shadow Colossus in this bitch. Stab you in the head, stab you in the head, stab you in the face, stab you in the face. Look, my axe, fucking dead bitch. You are one sexy, rotten piece of shit. Yes, I said it. Ah! Woo! Glug, 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 glug. Yeah, okay. I did it before, I had to stop that. Dang. Slide it back. Annoying because I gotta also time my attack with him. He's not in the position I like, I'm not gonna hit him. Or miss him entirely! Yeah, come on down. Chinatown. Come on, I had to miss that. Had to miss both of those? I thought I was getting out of the way of that. Ah! That was a good time for good damage too. Sad. You aren't going nowhere. think I broke everything but his face. Broke his wing and it broke his fucking claws. Yay. Some monsters I have an easier time with breaking their face. Some are just a pain. Like, I was trying to speed up that fight slightly. If I really wanted to beat him faster, I'd be hitting him regardless. And I'm still trying to aim for the face. That's why I want to mount him, so I can guarantee knockdown, and also I stab his face a little bit. Oh, we got a Fang. Yay. A Fang. Oh, we got a Fang. Yeah, at least I got a Fang. Yay. One of them is better than 0. Zero to hero. Flammenbier. Sounds like a great type of meal. Flammenbier. Why do I say certain words with a weird accent? Flammenbier. Sorry if half the stream, a good portion of my stream, has all been fighting 2 monsters. It's alright. At least Valhazak's actually fun. Like, I know I said the Devil Show is fun, but that was more of a no kind of fun. Kind of like a dumb part in a video game where you're just like, this is fun. For instance, escort things, or just having to jump on boxes in a pool of corrosive acid. Looking at you, Valve. Or games with high amounts of freaking encounter rates. Some RPGs and their encounter rates are stupid. As much as I love turn-based RPGs, random encounters can be kind of a pain after a fashion. Especially when you're trying to get somewhere and you gotta run into a fucking fight every 2 seconds. Or, you know, a singular fucking step. And then there's times in Pokemon where I want to run into something and then it takes like 10 minutes! Gotta love me some RPGs. I mean, I really do. But there's a reason why I like action more. A lot more. Don't get me wrong, they're both my favorite genre. But good lord, turn-based is a drag sometimes. And it's not even the combat. It's more or less like, oh, I want to get somewhere. Let me run into a battle like 50 times. That's when it gets repetitive in the wrong sense. Like, not repetitive in terms of like, I don't mind grinding because I love that. I just hate it when it's repetitive for the sake of me wanting to do something. And then I just start getting anxious. And it stresses me out because I want to get somewhere and not be worried about it. And I can understand why they're making some games easier, or, you know, some certain versions of the game have cheats that you can turn that off, such as like PC or PS4 or Switch versions of Final Fantasy games where you can turn off that. But also, it becomes a kind of a crutch for modern players that don't actively play these games, have never experienced the originals. That's why I prefer to play the PlayStation version of some of those games, because I don't want to sit there and use that because I have. But I've limited myself to an extent where, okay, I've been through this area, I've fought literally almost everything, if not everything, and I've gotten every item or so, and I'm now going to sit there and return to this area and grind, or I'm going to sit there and walk through it, I'm going to sit there and use this. And that was it. I never used it prior to that. And that's why I played the PlayStation version of Final Fantasy 7 and 9, because I didn't want to sit there and worry about that. I wanted to make it authentic, and not bullshit. Can we put away my dick faster? Can you fly somewhere else, please, man? Oh, you're so cute. I'm coming right back, beach. Oh, it's me, the beach. I can't see. I can't see. Please don't have your head in this, all I ask. Thank you for turning around. You are so nice. You're so nice to me. Let me scoot closer to me microphone. Pop goes the weasel. Pop goes the Valhazic. Yeah, crunch. Oh, fucking murdered your face just now, I think. I hope that was his head. Oh. As much as I'm not a big fan of the clutch claw. It can be useful. If he, I wish I would have threw it there. Oh yeah, I definitely. Would you fucking stop? Stop flinging me off, you slut bag. How is that stunning me? Yeah, his head's damaged severely. His head's white-ish now. His scales are getting chipped off. Like a fresh coat of paint. Battle damage, my friends. I flung that. I fucking flung that. Another reason why I hate it, because I never actively can get that off. Oh! Fucking hell! I go to throw it, and it either doesn't, I'm not close enough, or he moves! And then he paws me to death. I don't give a shit. Just fucking hit me. It's fine, you barely hurt me. If I had a way to be able to put that gem slot on so I can mitigate the amount of time I get stunned, it's grand. Oh wow, I'm surprised he didn't knock me off. I'll take it. We can get some jump attacks here. We can get some jumps here if I can actually not have him destroy the rock that's here. And if I can find it. There it is. One. There was another. Thought there was an actual rock that he can destroy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get it from this angle, you asshole. What? Damn it. Thought I was the right angle for that. Oh, no. No. Whatever that water is, I don't want part of it.
being a douche. There's a rock that he breaks. Not the rock I was expecting. I thought that was another ledge that he can break. No, there's the rock. So him breaking the rock. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Him breaking the rock adds the thing. If I can just only get off of it in the right time. If only I can get off at the right time. Problems. Real world problems. He hit me? Fucking douchebag. That is being very violent. Whatever did I do to you, you dumb dragon? I did nothing to you! Yet. I only killed you like 5 times, but I still did nothing to you! Not this fight specifically. I really... Ah! I'm just this thing's punching bag. I mean, that's okay. Fine. You're my punching bag, so... Bonk! Oh, that poor Dargon. Can you climb up? Ah! Please. You're a pathetic little bitch of a Dargon. Oh, I still hit it. I mean, that if I actually hit it better. No, that still would have worked. I still hit it. It could have worked. God, I'm not good at like side jumping off. But he's now over there. Yes! Come here, you! You're mine! Yeah, you go over there. I don't want to be in the water anyway, whatever the fuck that is made of. I mean, this whole area is all poison, most of it. There's a section with a bunch of poison. This whole area is full of rotten dead bodies, so it makes sense this place is nothing but fucking rotten death and carcasses. I don't know if that water's tainted by poison or if it's just corrosive water that's not greenish yellow. Really wish there was a way you could mitigate that slide. I wish I can get actual parts that aren't treasure and or his membrane. He's insane in the membrane if he still had some left. Because I took it all. I pressed up! Okay. I literally hit my thing and pressed up. And somehow that translates to hello? To down. Where are you going? Where are you going? Stupid dinosaur. You're not even a dinosaur, you're a dragon! Close enough! Yeah, you're staying here and fighting me. Oh, there's a ledge over here. Come here. Oh, you had to move, didn't you? Come over here. Ah, you... Timed. Mistimed. God damn it. Not good at doing it. Ah! Yeah, where I can jump off of it and then jump backwards. I'm not good at that. Right in the chesticles. I cut his tail off? Okay. I think when I was actually doing the grip claw on him, clutch claw on him, I freaking must have cut off his tail. I mean, it is convenient for trying to aim at certain parts where you can cut off certain things. I mean, that's how I got the Behemoth's horn cracked when I did the Final Fantasy event. Where is this part? Where is it? Huh. I mean, it's nearby, but I don't see it. It's probably under him. There it is. Yeah! I didn't even see what it was. I got it, I think. Oh, whew, hot, hot, hot. I feel decent about that, I think. No. We got one. Yeah, we got one. And I actively did a lot more damage to the face this time around, and we still only got one. It's a shame. So what does that make? 6, 7? Out of 20 million? I swear, the RNG on things that you want. I should just play and not care about getting things, but that's kind of hard because that's what I'm wanting to specifically focus on things. I can't just go into a game, fight certain enemies to get a specific axe or a weapon or whatever, and then not go for a specific part, and just nonchalantly do it. Yeah, I'll probably get it more that way, but I'm still actively fighting said monsters for a reason. I mean, in PSO, I got a 1 in, what, 11,000 drop? That is part of a weapon series that I really, really want. It's a sword, or a saber, that eventually will evolve into daggers, and then that will evolve further into double blades, or a dual blade, similar to Darth Maul's double lightsaber. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but it is a double sword. It's a double saber class. But you have to find... Now I just gotta find 2 items that'll turn that into its other forms. I have to find one to turn it into the daggers and another to turn it into the double saber. And it's one of my favorite weapons only because of history. I found the one item back on Xbox that fuses it into its other weapon, and my friend that I used to play with that was part of a clan that I was part of gave me the weapon to turn it into the double cannon, which was the Lavis cannon.
Lavis Blades, I think. One of the two. Lavis Cannon's the sword. Saber. Lavis Blades is the daggered form. For anyone who knows Phantasy Star. But for anyone who does know MMOs, farming and MMOs are a pain. Not that I'm actively on MMOs. PSO is one of the main that I am. And yeah, some of them are a pain. I literally spent months farming a Parasitic Gene Flow, which is an item that basically is a item that you use on a weapon, because it can make a gun, a sword, or a cane for each of the class types. And it's like a 1 in like 16 something drop, or 1 in 20 or whatever it was. And it's not that hard. But it took me several months. I used to farm that for several weeks to a few months at a time, and like I just was not getting it. And then eventually, randomly, I got it finally, and I made my character it's basically like it looks like a crossbow. It's a spread shot, so it shoots multiple enemies. It can hit multiple enemies. It's not like it kind of looks like a crossbow. But yeah, it's like this big ass like crossbow looking thing, and it shoots out a green like blast. It's fucking cool. It's not the strongest version. I think the sword one's better. And some of these are given that item and another item called the Red Ring, which is for defenses and stuff. They're givable by the final boss on the highest difficulty, which is Ultimate Mode, which is for players that are above level 80 and above. And my character went from, I don't know, when did I start able to beat the final boss in episode 2? I think I was like in my 120s or 130s. My character's nearly 160 to 170-ish. I did a lot of things off that as well. I did a lot of other things, farming different stat buffs, but like I went from like 120, 130 to nearly 200 trying to get this fucking thing. Not lying either. There's also days that gives you different buffs, because the private server also has different days that gives you different buffs. So different weeks rather. Some are like rare monster buff boosts, because there are monsters that have a rare variety that give you different weapons drops or item drops. There's EXP buffs, and then there's like item drop buffs. So like, I was farming this guy very different times to try to get this. I also sometimes had a party, to an extent. I had some friends join, because if you have more people that can get that said drop, you'll have greater chance of getting certain weapons. Sometimes it'll increase the drop rate. There's also a mechanic within that private server. It's not really a mechanic, it's more of a... it's not a mechanic so much as it's like a buff that certain characters on a time of day or whatever, certain characters who are of a certain gender, so a certain class and a gender will get a boost to everything. So if you're feeling very lucky, depending on your character's gender and race and class, they'll get boosted. So if your character checks all ticks, whether it's my main character is a ranger female, so, and human. So if she gets all 3 ticks, I get the highest drop rate and, you know, whatever item drop and rare drop. And there's several times I've had that, like at least 2 of the 3 ticks. And still was not giving it to me. Fucking, that's because I was looking for it. The one time I got it, I don't think I was as actively looking for it, but that's how I got that Lavis. That's 1 in a 1,000 or 11,000 or whatever it was, or 20,000. It was way higher than that. I don't think it's 11,000. That's a little low. Or maybe it's 100,000. Yeah, that seems more accurate. It's a very high drop. I got it just by farming, because I was farming things that basically these stat boosts. They are items that grow your stats. And I was looking for specifically power materials that grow your strength. And luck mats, because luck is your crit. And I was trying to grow those to do more damage. And I found it. And the quest I was doing that
allows me to fight a good set of monsters, and that it's not very long, has a lot of the monsters that drop that weapon. And the final area has, like, I don't know, maybe 10 of them or more. And I was lucky to get one. Because there are times when you can get a red drop box that's a item called a photon drop, which is used for trading. You could trade that in for other items. And a lot of the times I've fought a rare monster that drops me the weapon that I use to change its form. Drops me those boxes, but they give me the photon drop instead of the item I want. And I've actually seen a player that I played with get that in front of me. And you don't share. They made it, because the original Phantasy Star on Xbox, on console, they made it, it was made where whoever, it doesn't matter who gets the kill, or it's not based off that, but it doesn't matter who gets the kill or whatever it is, it drops for everybody. So you could just, it's first come, first serve. So that's why whenever I play with friends, it's like, okay, this person gets first rare or whatever. So whenever I used to play online, I played solo most of the time, so that way I could actually guarantee items. But on this version, the private servers, they made it a thing where you could actually have it so everyone gets different drops. Unique to them. It doesn't matter who kills it. That's never been a thing. It's always just whoever kills it does get their drop table, though, I believe is what it is. Because each character, depending on their ID, their section ID, has different drop tables. And I believe whoever kills the monster gets something off their drop table. So if you're playing with a person who's the host with a different ID to you, I believe you'll get their drops. That's more or less what it's based on, not so much killing. But, like, so if I'm one ID that gears more guns versus a player who's got more swords, they'll get more gun drops, potentially. But yeah, like, they made it in the private server where everyone's, it's PSO2 based drops. Because PSO2 has it where everyone gets their own set of items. And they have that feature, and it's very nice. Because this is why I'm actively a solo player, unless I play with friends. Because, well, PSO, mainly. And that's like, PSO's not one of those MMOs with raid fights, though. It's not like PSO2 or WoW or any of these other big MMOs. And PSO2 is not even that big, actively. When it comes to, like, the grand scale of things, it's not like Final Fantasy 11, 14, or World of Warcraft or anything like that. Nothing crazy, where it's like a big open world to explore. It's like, PSO, you select an area to go to and you fight monsters. PSO2 is more like, here's missions, do this mission, go fight this monster or whatever. Other games like Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft, it's more like, here's this big open world, you can go here, go there, and here's a big ass raid fight you gotta wait hours for or whatever. It's nothing like that. I don't really have a lot of that time in the world to sit there and play a lot of these grander scale games, just because, one, I don't have the patience for a lot of that, and I don't really care for the whole, while I do want to get into playing some of them, I just don't. I've played like Bless Online and stuff like that, where I just never really cared for the games where it's like signing skills to a thing, and then you just tap the button. I just never liked that kind of thing. PSO, it had a small little skill tree thing that you put an attacks on or whatever, and that was it. It wasn't anything grandiose. It is a smaller scale. It's an MMO, but it's a smaller scale one. And it was one of the first major console MMOs, if not one of the first, because it was Dreamcast and everything. And then, like, Final Fantasy on PS2. That's main thing that got me into RPGs, though, to begin with. And that's why it has a lot of history with me. And it definitely hasn't aged the best. Its combat is kind of for new people, but to me, I prefer it over PSO2, just because PSO2 is a bit bigger. There's a lot of the stupid bullshit that most MMOs have. While you don't have to do it, it is the money thing. And not only that, it's like the way to get better and stronger is you gotta invest a lot of time in it. And I'd rather do other things. I also have this thing where it's like, I'm very easily swayed. So if I'm into something, I'm into that. Which is why I haven't played PSO2 lately, because like it has a hard time keeping my attention for a while. And a good portion of my fan base wants to play that with me. At least like 3 or 4 people want to play that. And I have enough for a full party of 4. Like,
you're able to play with up to 4 people, but there's PSO2 implemented multiple parties where you can play up to, I think, 16 people? I think it was. I know you can have multiple party rooms, up to 4 different parties. Yeah, 16 people. Raid fights can have more than that. Massive raid style battles or the like defender, like tower defend. It's kind of like that. Like there's like base defenders or quests where you like basically just stand your ground, where you can have upwards of multiple people playing with you. But I think averagely, because they certain areas and fights are solo rooms where you and a party go, and then there's multi-party or multi-lobbies where you encounter the other parties. And I don't have enough for multiple parties, but like I would like to do that. It's just the PSO2 is just a big time sink. That's unfortunately that I don't have. Despite the fact that all I have is a job, that I work early. I get home early compared to some people who work second shift or later. I don't work that late, and I stream from 6 to 10, but that's literally all the real time I kind of have, because then I do have to make sure I'm slept well. I can't just go into work dead. I've done that enough. There's a reason why I was shifted over to a different position. Fucked up enough because of my sleep deprivation. Literally almost passed out at work once. Nearly fell into a shelf. Not fun. Anyway. It's also not fun trying to fight off your exhaustion. It's not a fun thing. Not a fun thing. At least it's not Chick-fil-A, where I was standing there doing nothing during slow times, and I'm literally just swaying back and forth. Like I'm on crack. Or something. Anyway. See, there's moments where I talk. Come up with a conversation, or me kind of talk about something that I really love. And then I'll sit there and think of something. Alright, what do we have? We have 7 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go get more before I make it. Squeeze me. If you want. You can squeeze me if you want. No, I love talking about PSO. I need to play that more. And I will in due time. Because if I do play that and get into it, then that's gonna be it. I want to at least try to focus these game requests down, which I will. I was gonna be playing Ninja Boy today, but I was like, you know what, I've been wanting to play Monster Hunter, and like, I just haven't been feeling Rise. Like, not that I don't like it, I just haven't been in the mood for it. I wanted to, like, Monster Hunter World is one of my favorite games. It's up there with PSO and Final Fantasy X and 10-2 for me. Like, those are like my top 4 mainly. And I consider 10 and 10-2 kind of the same game. Like, they're not, but I consider them in one number. So, like, if PSO's my first, this is my second. 10 and 10-2 are my third. And such like that. I don't even know if that's even the correct order. But I definitely like this better than 10, 10-2, but... So that would be third. I just gotta think of a 4th and 5th. Dark Souls, definitely. Bloodborne more, but the entire Soulsborne franchise, I consider just one number. Instead of just giving, oh, I like Dark Souls, I like Bloodborne, then Dark Souls 3, then 1. No. Which is accurate. I do like Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 2, then, well, Demon Souls, then Dark Souls 2. Which, Demon Souls is almost as good as Dark Souls to me, so I definitely think that